Hello class, today I'm going to be telling you just a little bit about the Supreme Court of the United States and one of the most influential cases in all of American history, Obergefell versus Hodges. The Supreme Court is the highest federal court of the United States. It was established under Article 3 of the Constitution in the year 1789. The Supreme Court has two primary jobs. 1. It keeps the power of the President at bay, and 2. It keeps the power of Congress under control. The Supreme Court can tell the President that his actions are not allowed by the Constitution. They can also tell Congress that a law it passed violated the U.S. Constitution and is therefore no longer a law. Essentially, the Supreme Court is the final judge in all cases involving laws of Congress, and the highest law of all, the Constitution. So now that you have some background on the United States Supreme Court, let us take you to the case. Obergefell versus Hodges is a very commonly known Supreme Court case amongst our generation because it argued over whether or not gay marriage is a right guaranteed by the United States Constitution. The court ruled in a 5-4 decision changing history forever and making gay marriage legal in all 50 states. The background story of this case begins with James Obergefell and John Hodges, who had been together for 21 years. In 2011, John Arthur was diagnosed with ALS. John and James wanted to quickly get married before John died, and they did just that in Maryland. Since Ohio did not recognize the marriage in Maryland and refused to put this then began the battle between Obergefell and Ohio. James Obergefell then sued the state, claiming that the state's actions violated his 14th Amendment rights along with the Equal Protection Clause. The local registry and the district court both sided with James, but the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals said that this ban was constitutional. So after the case was accepted on January 16th of 2015 and argued on April 28th of 2015, it soon became evident that this case was seeming to ask three major questions. Should marriage be defined between a man and a woman because 1. It is the only bond that can produce a child, and 2. that on June 26th of 2015, a 5-4 decision made same-sex marriage legal in all 50 states. One of the primary reasons as to why the Supreme Court sided with James Obergefell was because they wanted to represent and uphold equality. Obergefell claimed that he wasn't truly viewed as an equal in society, especially in the eyes of the law, if he could not have the simple rights and benefits that heterosexual couples get to experience every day. Anthony Kennedy sided with the majority opinion on the Obergefell versus Hodges case, and this quote shows his stance on same-sex marriage and the rights that these people deserve. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideal. Antonin Scalia was part of the minority opinion on the Obergefell versus Hodges case, and this quote by him helps reveal his stance on same-sex marriage. The substance of today's decree is not of the immense personal importance to me. The law can recognize as Obergefell versus Hodges is one of the most important Supreme Court cases in our nation's history because it allowed the government to change the laws of marriage of our nation in one foul swoop. This was a groundbreaking decision that supplied the LGBT community victory with this freedom they had been fighting for, giving them hope for what their future